Neighbours, everybody loves good neighbours. I miss Neighbours. Hello and welcome to the Spiral Dimension. I'm Doctor Von Hoot. This is the Magic Badger. Say hello, Magic Badger.
Hi.
And today we've got a bit of an oddity. Usually, we're all about the trading cards and the comic books, but today is a very, very sad day. On this day is the very last episode of the beloved television show Neighbours. I've been watching Neighbours since I was smaller than the Magic Badger. I love it very dearly. I can't explain why, quite frankly, but I've always watched it and it's my happy place. And it dies today, which is very sad. But we thought we'd take us through a couple of things. Magic Badger has watched probably, I'd say, the first 100 episodes of the original run, and also watched the last 2 or 3 months worth in the build up to the finale, which we have not actually seen yet, because as I say, it's just aired in Australia today and it's airing tomorrow night in the Spiral Dimension. So yes, let's have a bit of a reminisce about Neighbours, because we do love it. I wanted to show you a few of the little bits of memorabilia that I kept in the Spiral Dimension, and I bought a new one. So we also have this to unbox, because that's what we do on this channel traditionally. We unbox things. But let's start with this. I got this from Dr. K himself, Alan Fletcher. This is a Christmas CD single, which is, it's a song. No, I'm being mean. He's a very talented artist, and also seems like a really nice chap. Whenever I've had any interactions with him, he seemed really cool. Never met him, I might add, but on the various bits of social media that I've read, he seems really cool.
Fun fact, on one of your birthdays, we got him to film a video message for.
That's true, he did, and he did a lovely little message for me. It's great stuff. Gotta love Dr. K. And he also sent a nice signed autograph with the CD single, which is really cool. It's really nice. And as you know, I collect autographs, but I'm not like normal people autographs. I collect things that I specifically care about. So Neighbours in particular, and I like wrestling quite a bit, and comic books. So they're my 3 sort of, and Grease too, but we'll talk about that at a different day. But yeah, so here's some more of these bizarre oddities that I have. How about Dr. Darcy covered in water with his shirt off? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Darcy just having a wash. Yeah, so Mrs. Von Hoot bought this for me. It's hilarious. Like, why wouldn't you like that? It's signed to Jan, lots of love, from Mark Rafferty, which is just an amazing thing. Like, what an oddity. It's just having a wash in a shower or wherever you might be. Used to love Darcy. You won't remember Darcy at all, I wouldn't think. He was sort of like Carl and Susan's nephew, I want to say, who was also a doctor, who he sort of went a little bit bad and did some naughty things, but yeah, it was very entertaining. But my favourite bit of Neighbours related merchandise that I have to hand is this, which I got from eBay. Yeah, so this is an original record, a CD, a vinyl single of This Love Affair by Stephen Dennis, you know, Paul Robinson. Probably my favourite Neighbours character of all time. That'll be interesting. We should have a bit of a discussion about that. Who is the greatest? But yeah, I love Paul, and I love that I've got this original vinyl from way back in the day. And not only is it the original vinyl signed by Stephen, but it's got this, which is the pièce de résistance, a going live letter that the original person must have won with it. It has all the details, and the lucky winner got this Stephen Dennis signed autograph. Pretty cool, right? You don't know what going live is, obviously, but like a lot of people my age, it's all they watch because, well, there were 3 channels or whatever. Yeah, 1989 this was one. Brilliant. Absolutely awesome stuff. Okay, so let's move on to actually opening something up, shall we? Any guesses what this is? No, okay, let's open it up and see what. Ooh.
It's a book.
It is indeed.
It's a shame.
Yes. Neighbours Volume 1 Indiscretions. I'm not willing to give Neighbours up, so I'm going to look for it wherever I can, including actually reading words. Yeah, this came out in the 80s, and it's based on all the characters from Neighbours. It has
Jane is there.
Shane Ramsey, yeah, Jane's there, and Mike on the cover, and Shane on the back there. This was pretty cheap. I recommend checking out eBay. You can find stuff like this. It's great. Oh, it's got a bunch of stickers in and stuff. How bizarre.
Yeah.
Should we randomly select something to read? This is an extract from the first lines of Chapter 4 of Neighbours Indiscretions by Carl Ruhan. Jim Robinson was climbing down the ladder from the roof of his house, where he had been replacing some tiles, when he first saw Anna. He was immediately struck by her dark and rather sultry attractiveness, which reminded him of someone he had either knew or had seen somewhere before.
Wow.
Oh, no, I'm definitely going to have to read the rest of the book to find out about old Jim getting up to. Turned out, as it happened, Jim, quite the adulterer. He had a few affairs in retrospect. You know. Favourite moments in Neighbours history. One of my all-time favourites, obviously, Drew falling off a horse that couldn't possibly kill him and yet killed him. It's utterly baffling. That damn horse. We all love Drew, and he just toppled off the side of a horse. Spoilers. Yeah. What else? Oh.
I loved it recently when Harold.
Oh yeah, we always love seeing Harold.
And when Toby's best friend came back because he just left the box and then.
Yes, Joel and Toadie come and they run and they hug each other. It was a beautiful moment. What else? The bouncy castle. I cannot. I can remember you being quite a lot younger, and Toadie got hit by a bouncy castle that was struck by a bit of wind, and it nearly killed him. And I was in hysterics watching it. I mean, and your face. You couldn't believe I could be so mean. I wasn't being mean, it was just utterly ridiculous. So, yeah, it made me, tipped me over the edge. Other golden moments, Naked Henry. That's a classic. Everybody watching this knows Naked Henry, except for you, probably, I expect. Yeah, so many moments. Mrs. Mangle just being Mrs. Mangle. I have to say, worst character. Go. Difficult one. There's two ways to look at this, because there's characters that were designed to make you angry, like Mrs. Mangle, who was like, oh, the nemesis, or Izzy, and whatever. Whereas I love Izzy because she's a pickle at best. Or there's ones like that priest guy that was married to Paige that was like, it was like watching paint dry. There's those sort of characters. So, but ultimately, I think it's all fair to say we should all hope Debbie Martin died in a fire. Like, she was absolutely horrible. I hated Debbie. I never want her to ever curse my ears again. Debbie Martin. She's tangentially related to the Robinsons. She was married... Debbie was the daughter of Philip and Julie Martin. Julie Martin was one of the daughters of Jim Robinson. So they moved in. Yeah. But yeah, I was not a fan of Debbie Martin, as you can tell. Actually, I wasn't a fan of Julie either. Julie, like, when she tumbled off that building, I was like, yes! Yeah. Calm down. I'm very excited by Neighbours. It really animates me. One last thing. Let's call upon our man Clive. Right, Clive. Brilliant. What have we got today? I think there's another one. Boom.
2 Neighbours.
Yeah, 2 packets of Neighbours trading cards.
Oh,
see you later, Clive.
It has chewing gum in it.
It has chewing gum in the packets. We've had some limited success with chewing gum in packets. It could go all wrong. So we'll probably end up with some mouldy mess. You open this one, I'll open this one. What have we got? Oh, the chewing gum has fallen apart. It is quite mouldy. It's going on the... There you go. There's your chewing gum. Oh, it's all stuck. It's stuck to it. Yeah. Less said about the chewing gum, the better. Say cheese, Harold. Oh, look at that face. You can't not love that face. Hazard. Des. Yeah, it's a classic. I love Des. Des is great. Des with his mum. Who's that? You met him match Jim Robinson.
Yeah.
I can't remember who that is. That's interesting. Oh, this is a good one. A romance. How it all began. Hazard and Madge having a nice meal. Jim and Helen. Loved Helen as well. She was like my grandchildren. Not actually my grand, like she was Australia's grand. Oh, is this when Daphne gives birth at the side of a road? Des and Jim? That's me guessing, I can't actually remember. But that was a nice one of Anne Hattie as Helen. She's my most wanted, I think. Don't have an autograph for Anne Hattie. I also don't have Alan Dale as well, who played Jim Robinson, which is my other big get. I want that. I want it. What's her name? Gail. That's it. Gail Robinson. She was one of Paul Robinson's many wives.
How many wives did he?
Oh, too many. Too many. Here is Guy Pearce as Mike Young, who I think we might see very soon. Yes, he went on to be a very famous actor. Yeah, some great films. One day when you're older, you'll watch some of them. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's another go. And finally, it says on the back, a rift in the Robinson house. Oh, look at that stern face from Jim there. He's about to get the stink eye from Helen there. Classic stuff. So there we go. We've just done 2 packets of vintage Neighbours trading cards with some very funky chewing gum, but otherwise very cool. It's really sad to see Neighbours go, but we will always cherish it in our hearts. It's the perfect blend, and it's going away, which is such a sad thing, but you know, at least it's going out with a bang rather than a whimper. Like, I'm really looking forward to the finale, and also just watching every episode of Neighbours again if I can. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you next time on the Spiral Dimension.
From the Spiral Dimension.